21 Realty. This webisode we're talking about most important things to remember when you're taking care of your home at the first sign of spring. Here with us is John Peters from Niagara Home Inspection Services, and we're going to have a little chat to help you figure out what to do first. So John, tell me what's the most important areas that homeowners need to look at when they're checking their house out in the springtime.
Yeah, the first thing they should look at is the eaves troughs. It was a tough winter this past winter, a lot of ice on the eaves troughs. That puts a lot of strain on them. They can loosen up, and if they're loose, they should be refastened, and possibly maybe you didn't get all the leaves from last fall, they should be cleared out as well. Obviously, try to keep as much water as you can away from the house.
Number 2 on your list?
Number 2 would be, well, safety first, but you should look on the roof, because winter again can be pretty tough on the shingles. So get up there and see if there was any winter damage on the shingles. At the flashing around the chimney, sometimes it loosens up as well, and the other flashings as well. And the chimney itself, there could be some spalling damage on the chimney that may need to be addressed short term.
All right, next?
The attic. A lot of people don't like to look in the attic, but it's a very important place to look for, again, signs of leakage that can occur in the wintertime, especially with the ice melting and whatnot. And also, you know, sometimes you get some visitors in the attic, you know, squirrels, sometimes mice, things like that, like the winter up there. And you know, it's good to look, see if there's any signs of unwanted guests.
Sure. I'm not going up in the attic. If I need help, can I call you?
No.
Okay. Yeah, what else?
Yeah. The other things, you know, the regular maintenance things, you need to turn the water back on to the outside faucets. If you have a fruit cellar or a crawl space, you may have plugged the vents in those areas. You should pull back the insulation that you have in the vents. And if you have an air conditioner, it's a good idea to cover it in the wintertime. Now's the time to uncover it.
When you're talking about the water, you mean the hose bib that I use to water the garden with?
That's right, yeah.
I guess that assumes that we turn the water off properly in the fall time.
That's right, yeah. That's on the fall checklist.
And what's sort of the number 5 item? Number
5, it's going to become more apparent as things start to grow, but you know, the shrubs and the trees that you have close to the house, a lot of times they'll be up against the house if you didn't look after it in the fall. And certainly, you know, things will start to grow, and eventually, you know, you're going to find it crowding up against the siding, and that can cause some damage, and the vines as well. At the same time, check the grading around the house as well. You know, because you want to try to keep as much water as you can away from the house.
So the problem with the shrubs is that they're encroaching the foundation and they're disturbing the grading and the flow of water, or?
Not really. As far as the shrubs are concerned, they can just do some damage to the siding if they're brushing up against the siding, and they can get into the mortar as well. You know, especially if you're talking you know, invasive type vines and things like that.
Right. So it's more of a cosmetic thing.
Cosmetic. It's also maintenance.
Okay, that's great. Those are some really good tips. I'd also like to mention a few other points. Many people do not realize that I am very interested in Feng Shui. Long story what it is exactly. If you want to know what it is, call me or check out my website, barbaragourmet.com. But Feng Shui has 3 principles that are important to consider, and we might also do that during our spring cleaning. Number 1 is make it safe. 2, if it's broken, fix it. 3, clear that clutter. If you're thinking of putting your house up for sale and you're not too sure what's the most important thing to do to get your house ready, I would recommend that you actually call perhaps John from Niagara Home Inspection and book a pre-home inspection just to give you a full things to do list. Just had a little chat with John from Niagara Home Inspection Services, and now we're with Brad Vermeulen from the Pro Services Desk of Home Depot. Brad's going to tell us a few tips on how to do the projects that John talked about. Of course, I like all the fun things, but I guess we have to get serious and do like hedge trimming. What have you got for that?
Hedge trimming. Well, we can use our muscle power and get into the standard hedge trimming of the old style. You know, get your muscles going. I know, Barbara, you don't really like that, do you? Let's just throw that away.
Could I please have a real tool? This looks like too much work.
It is too much work.
It doesn't like my butterfly. Yes, it does. Oh, now that's a real tool.
How about we get into a cordless Ryobi hedge trimmer? Easy to use, battery operated. Have your batteries on charge, plug in your batteries, get those hedges trimmed.
You don't have to fight with the cord. That's cool.
Absolutely not.
All right, great. So we're talking about cleaning the eaves trough. Brad's handing me a whole pile of interesting things that I'm not too sure what to do with, but I'm sure he's going to explain it to me right now.
All right, Barbara, we have here is we have our basic gutter guards. Goes over top, tucks in underneath the shingle so that the rain coming down and the leaves and everything else are just going to wash away. The rain will go through, but the leaves won't clutter up those gutters. We have also the gutter guard leaf fit. This just snaps in.
So that's an option.
And it's another option to that particular unit for the gutters.
So that you don't have to clean them every spring.
Yeah, you don't have to clean them.
What did I see over, like right behind you? There's some kind of little scooper thing. That looks
yeah.
fun. I want one of those too in my pile.
We have, well, what we have here is we have just a little gutter scoop. So it just helps you get in there and get all that stuff out, so you're not only just using your hands, you can kind of have a little pail on the ladder, scoop it up, put it in the pail.
In case I didn't put a leaf guard on it.
Exactly.
Right. What else you got?
So what else we have is to keep the water away from your house and away from your foundation. Of course, grading the land is the way you want to do it. This will also help from the erosion of the land around your house to keep the gutter into that, let the water run away. This is the same type of thing. It's just a little gimmick. It's easy to install. You just you put it on the bottom of your eaves guard and it rolls out when the rain comes. So just a couple little things that'll keep the rain away from the water away from your foundation.
Does your eaves trough have actually staining? Is it black? Do you want it to sparkle just for pride of ownership or to get your house ready for sale? Home Depot, Brad, he's got the solution for that too. Check it out.
TSP, all-purpose heavy-duty cleaner.
What do we do with it?
Awesome. Mix it up, follow the directions, wipe it on, give it a little scrub. It's good to go.
Mix it with water?
Absolutely.
And just clean it with a sponge and gloves or something?
Yep.
Just wipe it down.
That's right.
Sounds easy. I can do that.
There you go.
So we have lots of fun things in our spring things to do list, and even planting, that'd be fun. Along with April showers though, comes May flowers and foundation problems. So watch out for our next webisode talking about foundation and how to prevent water leakage.